The most expensive isn't always the best option. So which of these Apple earbuds should you get?
There's very little sense in getting AirPods unless you use other Apple products like an iPhone, a MacBook, or an iPad. Why? Because they work nicely with them and many of the features don't actually work on other devices.
For example, you only need to set them up on one device and they will work with all of your other devices as long as you're signed into them with the same iCloud account. Magic, or is it? Our experience has been good, but not flawless. The PowerBeats Pro 2 on the table is a strange option. It's by Beats, but it's still owned by Apple, so it has a lot of the Apple sauce. It's the only one that is actually also appealing to Android users though, because you get to download an app for it.
If you talk about design, the Apple AirPods 4 ANC is the smallest, including the case and the buds, but it's also semi-in-ear, so there's nothing plugging up your ear hole.
Correct. And then you have the Pro models, the AirPods Pro 2 and the Pro 3, which are relatively same in size, but the Pro 3 juts out a little bit more from your ears, and we'll talk about why that is.
And the case is also slightly bigger.
It is, yeah.
Which means none of the accessories you had on the AirPods Pro 2 will fit the AirPods Pro 3.
Yeah.
Thanks, Apple.
And all of the AirPods here, and not the PowerBeats, you get in just one Apple white color.
You want to go black, you got to get PowerBeats.
Yes. That's what they say.
And all the AirPods here have the pinch and pressure sensitive stems, but only the Pro models, the 2 and the 3, have volume swipes.
Yeah. And the PowerBeats are a hook style pair of buds. So they're the ones that really stay in place and fit the best. The controls are also all buttons, and we love that, including volume as well, because there's a little volume rocker on both of the buds. The downside, the case is humongous. It's probably one of the biggest earbuds cases that we've had on the channel.
Absolutely. But comfort-wise, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
They're all comfortable.
Yeah.
If you really had to rank them, the 4 without the tips is the most comfortable, then the AirPods Pro 2.
Yeah.
There's another thing there, and then AirPods Pro 3, and then the Beats. What do you think about the fit?
Yeah, so the fit on the AirPods Pro 3 was surprisingly good, or maybe not surprisingly, because it has these foam hybrid tips. So it's a mix of foam and silicone. And we've always said that foam expands into your ear and really locks it in, the seal. Yeah. And you notice that. So those are buds, along with the PowerBeats, obviously, because they're made with hook style, are the ones that I was most comfortable working out in. The other two, forget about it.
Yeah, I know the AirPods Pro 4 ANC.
Yeah.
They keep popping out of your ear. It was a very strange phenomenon to witness. Like for me, that doesn't happen as much as you. But I guess everyone's ear shapes are different. But these are our experiences.
Yeah. And so there's nothing you can actually do about the AirPods 4 ANC if they don't fit you, right? So that's why the other models are going to be your best pick. So on the AirPods Pro Gen 2, you're getting 4 sizes of silicone tips in total to find your right size. But the AirPods Pro 3 have gone up to 5 sizes. So that's really good news for a lot of people who want to get that fit.
Yeah, and the PowerBeats Pro 2 also has 5 sizes silicone tips. And of course, along with the hook, comfy, secure. We've talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a surprising fact. Which one would you pick for workouts out of all of these?
I suppose the PowerBeats is being sold for workouts, right?
Right? Which one would you expect to have the best IP rating?
The PowerBeats.
Yeah. It has the worst.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's IPX4, which is the lowest on this list. And the case is not in any way dust or water resistant. So, yeah. So the other buds, which are not marketed necessarily for workouts, of course they are a little bit, but they have pretty decent IP ratings. So the AirPods 4 ANC and the AirPods Pro 2 both have IP54 on the buds as well as the charging case.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And then they've upped the game again on the AirPods Pro 3, the latest generation, to IP57. So even better water resistance on both the buds and the case again. So yeah, I don't know what PowerBeats, no. Doesn't make sense.
Let's talk about the microphones. All of these can be used to make calls. Here, have a listen.
It's a quiet mic test on the AirPods 4 ANC. Pop, pop, popsicle. Ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a quiet mic test with the PowerBeats Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle. Ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a quiet mic test on the AirPods Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle. Ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a quiet mic test on the AirPods Pro 3. Pop, pop, popsicle. Ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a noisy mic test with the AirPods 4 ANC. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a noisy mic test with the PowerBeats Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a noisy mic test on the AirPods Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1. This is a noisy mic test on the AirPods Pro 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a windy mic test for the AirPods 4 ANC. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a windy mic test on the PowerBeats Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2. This is a windy mic test on the AirPods Pro 2. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. This is a windy mic test on the AirPods Pro 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3.
All right, this is how we would rank them in terms of calls, but you can do more while calling as well.
You have a couple of controls on calls indeed. Not only being able to switch on and off the ANC, but you can also mute the microphone straight from the buds on all of these by just pinching once on the stems or on the button when it comes to the PowerBeats Pro. The volume control is there on all of them except the AirPods 4 ANC. And that's not just specifically for calls, it just doesn't have it because it doesn't have the swipe on the stem feature.
Right.
Yeah.
Battery wise, I think the AirPods 4 ANC is the worst, right? It's 4 hours.
Yeah.
The Pro 2 is 6 hours. The Pro 3 is 8 hours. The PowerBeats Pro 2 is 8 hours.
Yeah.
So getting decent battery life overall. All of these are USB Type-C now. Of course, there's an AirPods Pro 2 older generation with Lightning, but that's not a model I think you can get. So we're not considering that in this video. And all of them have wireless charging as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good quality of life benefit.
Correct. Another quality of life benefit is active noise cancelling. If you're in noisy areas or you travel a lot, this is going to be super useful. Now, there are a couple of buds here. These two, specifically the AirPods Pro 2 and the Pro 3, are the highest tier on this table. They cancel out the most amount of noise, and so they are in tier S. If you compare the two directly, right after each other, you will notice that the Pro 3s cancel out a bit more than the Pro 2.
2 times as much.
Yeah, that's the Apple marketing. But what we've noticed is that the low end a little bit, and especially the voices are also cut out a bit more. But again, guys, if you take the Pro 2, you're going to be just as happy.
In fact, the Pro 1 wasn't too bad either.
Wasn't too bad either. Yeah, they've really knocked it out of the park with their noise cancelling tech.
Yeah, but you come to this side of the table and the story starts to change. The AirPods 4 ANC, I must say, it's kind of a miracle what it can do.
Yeah.
Considering it doesn't have a seal around your ears, you're getting tier B noise cancelling, which we don't even see on some sealed earbuds. That's phenomenal. Of course, your mileage may vary with fit and stuff, but this is definitely what we experience. And the worst, again, is the chonker, the PowerBeats Pro 2 with the tier C noise cancelling, which is below average.
Yeah.
Forget the price, for any price that's below average. So,
yeah. This is a shame. But okay, there's that. You've got active noise cancelling, but you've got transparency, which is a mode you would want to use when you want to hear your surroundings. And over there, they're all tier S. Top of the line, AirPods have always nailed it when it came to transparency and giving you the most natural experience.
Yeah.
It's hard to distinguish between the four.
So you also have adaptive ANC. So based on your surroundings, the earbuds adjust the level of noise cancelling, and you have that on all of these except the PowerBeats Pro 2.
That's right. Yeah. And a couple of extra features. So heart rate sensor is there on the AirPods Pro 3 and the PowerBeats Pro 2. The PowerBeats were the first to have it, but the implementation is a little bit different here, guys. So the PowerBeats Pro 2 has like a HR sensor that's Bluetooth enabled. So you can actually, even though you use an Android phone, you can connect it into, for example, Strava. It just will pick it up as a heart rate sensor over Bluetooth and you can use it. Whereas the implementation on the Pro 3 is different because you can only use it with Apple Fitness. So they're really trying to lock you in with the Pro 3 a little bit more than the PowerBeats Pro 2.
Yeah, they've learned from the PowerBeats, didn't they? And the AirPods Pro 3 have obviously more features like live translation, which we have not experienced here in the Netherlands. But I hear it works really well, Apple. Thanks. And that is also coming to the AirPods Pro 2 and to the AirPods 4 ANC.
Another feature that was introduced with the AirPods Pro 2, which is there obviously on the 3 as well, is hearing aid. So If you have hearing loss,
Yeah.
you could use them as hearing aids.
That's, I think, more of a game changer on the 3 because now you have more battery life, which means you can use it longer.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff from Apple.
Yeah.
And tons of other things, guys. Conversational awareness, head gestures, a wear sensor, and what we call Apple multi-point, which is one of the reasons you should not get these if you're not in the Apple ecosystem. Like you said, right? The iCloud, it shows up on all your devices. So if you go from your phone to your laptop, it's there. You can connect to your AirPods.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Doesn't always work. When it works, it's nice. But every other Bluetooth earbud, I dare to say, above $100 can do multi-point, which means you can literally stay connected to 2 devices at the same time. Does not matter who their father is. Bizarre, Apple. Okay, let's talk about the sound, because sound gets people riled up, and that's one of the main uses of this product, right? What we will say is the AirPods Pro 2 were loved by the audiophile community because they were not too much in either direction, whereas the AirPods Pro 3 seem to have generated some controversy. I don't know what the hype is about. Okay, it's a bit more V-shaped, but geez, guys, take a chill pill. It's fine. It's just fine, right? It's a bit more bass, bit more treble. Of course, the problem with Apple is you're not able to change the sound on any of the AirPods, so there's no EQ. So what they give is what you get, but it's fine. I think it's a fun sound signature, the 3. The 2 was nice as well, less fun, maybe less resolving. The PowerBeats is a strange duck in the bite, as we say in the Netherlands. It's super bassy, but for workout buds, I understand, because bass helps you, propel your workouts. It motivates you a bit more.
Yeah.
And the AirPods 4 is the worst sounding on this list, but it's fine for a semi-in-ear for me. So that's kind of where they all stand.
Coming down to the price, what are they retailing at? So the AirPods Pro 3 is actually the only one available from the Pro series. The Pro 2 is out, but you can still kind of get them on Amazon for $200. The Pro 3s are $250. The AirPods 4 come in 2 models, actually. This is the ANC one that we talked about today. There's also one without. The one without is $130. This one is $180. And then you have the PowerBeats Pro 2 at $250. All right, before we tell you which one we would pick out of these 4, a big thanks to our YouTube members and patrons, especially these on the tested tier.
And these lovely Fakman tier supporters, Paula, Rachel, and Rad's Panda. If you want to become a supporter, check out the links below. But
yeah, you know the prices, you know what they can do. Which one are you picking, Ron?
I think I'm picking the 3.
AirPods Pro 3. Yeah.
It's a good product.
It's a good product.
It's a really good product.
I think I would go as far as saying I would just go with the AirPods Pro 2. If you can snag that for a good deal now, since stock is being cleared out, still a solid product, especially the one with Type-C charging. That's the one to get. All right, which one would you guys pick? Or would you pick none of these? If so, we'd still want to hear from you. We don't blame you.
If you want to check some other Apple content, like the review of the iPhone Air from this guy, click here.
And if you want to see a roundup of our favorite premium ANC earbuds of this year, then click up here on screen.
Do it.